Let's see where Glider went after she had to rush off, as all of the speedsters were called to handle a problem. And there's like a rendezvous point in the center of the city where you were told to go to receive instructions on what you're going to do to deal with whatever it is that's going on. And as you get there, you see basically like the top brass of the speedster world, which does include Roadster, does include Gulfstream, who just gives you a nod when he sees you, and it does include Blitzfire as well. Big anime sparkle eyes. I'll say roll to assess the situation as you arrive and they begin giving instructions.
Was Blitzfire missing?
No.
Who am I thinking about? There was a very famous...
Actually, no. Blitzfire's retired.
Yeah, Blitzfire's retired.
Correction. Blitzfire's not there. Correction. Okay. Pacer's there. Used to do speedster stuff with his twin, but his twin speed just ran out. Or decided to step back from doing the superhero thing as a speedster. But Pacer is still active. And what did you roll to assess?
That's an 8.
Alright, on a 7 to 9, you get to ask one.
Yeah, what here's in the greatest danger? What's going on? What do I see? Because I assume I get there, like, last. Because I'm a baby speedster.
Yeah, and you also, like, you were at the school, and it took you a couple seconds to get there. As you arrive, you are able to catch that basically someone somewhere is causing a series of small-scale explosions, machine malfunction kind of explosions, just across the city. There hasn't been much damage yet, but it is starting to cause panic, and they haven't been able to figure out who's causing it. So the reason speedsters have been brought in is because they can get to the scene of wherever the last explosion went faster, and it's easier for you to start tracking down where the source of this is coming from. Like, who is behind all of this.
Okay, what did you say the other speedsters' names were? You cut out for a second.
Roadster, Pacer, Gulfstream. Insert other speedster names here.
Because I just thought of an excellent one. Her name is Beeline.
Yes! Yeah, her name is Beeline because she's just absolutely obsessed with bees.
Yes. Maybe she also has bee powers. Or she just loves bees.
As this is happening and you catch this, and like, okay, we're going to be like dividing up, working in teams of 2, so if anyone is able to catch sight of something, you don't go into anything alone, you report in immediately. And you just glance over and you see Beeline standing right there, and she just looks over and you says, "You want to team up?"
Yeah, sure. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. I'll say Beeline's your generation. She's probably like a couple years older than you, but she's still relatively new to the speedster thing.
Yeah.
But more people know about her than know about you.
And she's so cool. Her aesthetic is much stronger, and like her, Beeline, like...
She has some offensive capabilities as well, sort of like built into her suits, like these little like quills, or she calls them her stings, that she could throw with surprising accuracy. They may not do a lot of damage, but they can absolutely be used to help contain a situation by knocking a villain the heck out. Hard to be a threat when you're asleep.
Yep.
Hard to be a danger when you're full of horse tranquilizer.
Derived from bees. It's bee-based.
How do you want to do this? Do we want to see if we can find who's causing this, or do we want to be on damage control? How fast are you?
I've been working on it. But we could try to see where they're happening and maybe see if there's a pattern. The city is kind of grid-shaped, so we can all fan out. We're all on comms, so we'll know where everybody else is.
One of the things that you picked up was that a lot of the comms will be being more or less passed through the different watchers or handlers to help avoid things getting too cluttered. And you just hear Abby pipe in, Yeah, I got you. I'm looking at all the information in the reports that we have so far now. I'm not seeing any specific patterns, but if you have any thoughts for places that you can look, also looking for crimes or anything that could explain why this is starting to happen.
Right, yeah.
Beeline perks up. Explosion on Scar Street. We're on that one. Come on, follow me.
All right.
So roll to unleash your powers.
Yeah. Aw, yeah. I'm sweating. Glider's sweating. We're all... That's a 7. So not bad.
Do you want a condition, or is it going to be unstable or temporary?
Let's say it's temporary, because I'm trying... Like, these are all the other speedsters, and we've never had a speedster emergency, like a real one. And so, like, I'm trying my best, and maybe I'm overclocking myself a little, trying to keep up with, like, Beeline and Gulfstream, because they're all faster than me. So this is probably temporary.
Beeline notices when you start to lag behind, because at first you were able to push it really well, but you can't push that hard for that long, you're not there yet.
No.
And so she lags back a bit, and I think she says, I'll get to work on evacuation. When you get there, keep an eye, look for anything that could lead to who's behind this, or if you can see any signs of what's causing this, okay?
Of course, yeah.
And she zips off without you.
She's so fast. Like, she wasn't even at top speed. I was like, oh. And it does make like a zzz noise when she goes her top speed. And I'm like, no, she's so cool. She's so cool.
Okay, all right, Glider. All right, focus up. We got this.
Yeah, you got this, Glider.
Thanks, Abby.
I've got cameras. Looks like damage is minimal so far, but it looks like might be a bit of a chain reaction going on. Okay, Beeline's on the scene, working on getting people evacuated. You just keep going, trying to focus down until you get to Scar Street, which is sort of this downtown area where the street is blocked off from cars, so you can just walk down. It's actually really nice.
It's really nice.
Get another roll to assess the situation, but I will give you a +1.
Oh, snake eyes. No.
Oh.
Well, I might have just leveled up, though, but I'll deal with that later. Anyway. Oh.
What happens to cause Glider to fail? What trouble or danger do you run into?
I think, honestly, just... Like, she's trying so hard, and she did just run probably harder than she needed to. After already... Because earlier in the day, she ran all the way to that strange neighborhood. So this isn't even her first, like, really hard run today. So I think she's just a little more winded than she was expecting. And she's just absolutely like, okay, I'm downtown, and it's one of the things, like, she has her back to it, and just, I think an explosion goes off. And she just wasn't even looking in the right direction.
There's, like, a shop that's temporarily just selling. They've got, like, TVs or something in the window displaying, like, information about their products. And I would like you to roll to take a powerful blow.
Oh.
As the electronics in the front of the storefront explode.
Oh, boy. Okay. All right. I have Insecure from last time, because I always have Insecure.
Basically.
Basically.
Not intentionally, but the dice say yes.
Yes. All right. So let's roll +1. Rolled a 9. So.
Oh, no. You lash out verbally, provoke a teammate to foolhardy action, or take advantage of and you don't have influence over anyone in the scene. Nope. You give ground, your opposition gets an opportunity, or you struggle past the pain. Mark 2 conditions.
I think I've accidentally given the opposition an opportunity, because I did not stop or even catch this explosion.
Yeah. You are sent flying, and you land hard.
Oof.
And you're disorientated, your ears are ringing, you're trying to figure out what's going on. And you hear Beeline calling for help, but no one else is responding. It's quite possible you're the only one who can hear her, and you are currently very disorientated. And most likely injured.
Yes, I've definitely hit the ground very hard, or the opposite side of the street very hard. I stagger up, and I see just the TV debris and the shattered glass, and realize I've made a mistake. And I'm just like,
Abby, which way to Beeline?
Across the street, 2 buildings down to your right.
ignoring this building that just exploded, I'm taking the foolhardy action to go where Beeline is, thus removing Insecure.
We'll see how foolhardy that ends up being. Roll to defend someone from an immediate threat. Considering you don't know what the threat is.
I have no idea what the threat is, but they also don't know I'm coming. So that's a 12.
You rush into this building Abby told you to go to, and you're running on adrenaline at this point because the adrenaline is working really well for you. You are able to immediately clear the entire building, and it isn't until you get back to the bottom that you realize Beeline wasn't in that building. And when you think about it, that didn't sound exactly like Abby. There was something about the voice that felt wrong.
Oh no. And I think I just skid to a stop. And I don't say anything, but I basically want to listen to the open comms channel to see if I hear any of the other speedsters.
Dead silence.
Oh, I have to get out of this building right now. I have to...
Yeah.
Oh no.
What are you gonna do?
I have to go back to where I was. This is a trap. They were trying to get me away from where I was. And it worked! No!
Roll to unleash your powers as you attempt to get out of this building as you have the realization of, oh no.
I rolled very poorly. I rolled a 4. There has to be something I can add to this. I know my team's not here, so I don't have
I was
the
about
team
to say,
pool.
there's no team pool.
No team pool.
Unless you have something where you can add 3.
Yeah, no, I rolled a 4.
There's nothing that you can add.
Nope, not to make that a 7. Oh boy!
You start to run down the stairs. This building is like 3 stories. By the time you get to the bottom of the stairs, like onto the 2nd story, you feel this weird wave of something pass over you. There's something that has been applied to at least this building that's canceling out your speed abilities.
No!
You can still move normally, but this isn't like when this weird thing happened to the stopwatch. You can tell there's something like external, like your speed is still there, it's just like it's been squished into a little ball, and you can't get it out.
It feels like hitting like a wall of slow motion though, like I can feel it, because I'm so used to being at super speed. Oh gosh, I try not to fall down the stairs at this sudden sensation.
Would you like to roll again to assess the situation now that you have significantly more details on the situation?
Now that I have way more information, let's see. That's a 9.
You get to ask 1. But remember, you do get to take +1 while acting on the answers, so it's just something I forget a lot.
Okay, so I get a plus, so it's a 10, so I get to ask 2. Yeah. What here can I use to beat this? Oh, what's the word?
What can you use to cancel out the power suppression?
What can I use to cancel out the power suppression, and how can I end this quickly? Like, how can I get out of this situation without my powers? No.
For when it comes to ending the power suppression, you do have some familiarity with devices that can do this, because sometimes they are used on situations if there's a lot of powered people fighting in a building, they will activate that to basically like lessen the likelihood for like collateral damage. I mean, that's not the reason it's happening right now.
Yeah.
But you know, they tend to have a limited sphere of influence, so short of knowing exactly where the source of it is, if you can find a way to get out of this building. Some of these buildings do have like doors connecting the shops on different levels. So there's a possibility that you could like go through some shops without having to go out onto the street and be a sitting duck, potentially.
Rather than try to go down to the bottom floor, I do want to try to, from the floor I'm on, go horizontally out. Like either I'll go out a window if there's like a sky bridge or connecting to another store, or like a door to the other building, something. I'll try to find something.
Yeah, so you start to cut across buildings, and the best way to end whatever's going on here quickly is you need to find some way to get word out. Either you get out of the situation fully, or find some way to establish communication. So you cut across the buildings. Are you being sneaky, or are you just panic run?
I feel like this feels like a trap. This feels very much like a speedster trap. And I'm trying to be smart about it, because they're going to expect me to run downstairs and like try to get out of the building that way. That's what I'm thinking. So that's why I try to go sideways. So I'm going fast as I can, but trying to be stealthy. So maybe they think I still went downstairs.
Yeah, so you're moving quickly, but like ducking under windows, being careful, being sneaky. You cut through a couple of buildings, and you're so slow, and everything is so quiet.
So slow.
And it's so quiet. And this is bad. Bad. You are left with your panic and nothing to distract you.
Oh no. My anxiety. Oh, it's like running through the air's like cement. Like it's awful. This is like a nightmare. Oh no.
You cut through 2 or 3 buildings. You're like, okay, we gotta get to the edge soon. There's gotta be an end to this field soon. And you cut into your 3rd or 4th building, and it's like you can breathe again. Your speed is back, and it's when you're Abby. Better, where'd you go? Are you there? What happened? Everything went quiet. I lost contact with you. What's going on?
Abby, someone overrode your signal. They were impersonating you. They made me think Beeline was in trouble. I went into the buildings. I'm putting them into the comms so you can see on the grid. There is a power dampening field over this area. I don't know how far it extends. I just got out of it. This is bad. This is really bad.
Okay, reporting it in now. Are you somewhere safe? Is there anyone in the building with you?
I'm not even in the building anymore. I'm outside. Where are the other speedsters? What's going on?
So you exited the building before you said something? Or were you still in because like you were on the 2nd story cutting across, so have you exited the building, or are you still inside?
I thought I had exited. I thought I had like made it outside.
You went into a building and you got to the end of the field.
Oh, I'm still in the building then. I'm trying to get out of this building now, but now I can go fast. So,
yeah. And I'll say, just as you're looking around at this building, you realize this specific business, it's a tattoo shop.
Okay, I'm like a couple blocks from where I started. I'm in a tattoo shop.
Wait, you're in a tattoo shop on Scar Street?
Yeah, I think so.
Is there a mural on the wall?
Oh,
You look at the wall, you do see there is a mural. It looks like something that's been like added onto over time. It's like uniquely stylized paintings of some of the different heroes that have passed through and had an impact on this city. And at the center, you see the Inked Angel. And she's got her wings spread out over the skyline.
yeah. there's a mural. There's a mural. So you know where I am?
Yeah, that's the Inked Angel's place.
What?
Yeah, not a lot of people know it, but whenever she's not doing her superhero thing, she works there.
But that's so cool. Oh my god. Okay. All right. So she works here. Is she here?
I have no idea. I can say for a fact that help is coming, though.
I'm supposed to be helping everyone else.
One thing at a time. If this is a widespread problem that is happening, then we need to know what's going on here.
Yeah. All right. I'll see if she's in. She might be. She might not. I'll check.
So you just like heading downstairs, just wondering out, hello? Anyone home?
Hello?
Yeah, I feel like Abby might have told me to stay, just because
Stay put.
I might be a sitting duck.
Also, you're the only point of contact she has in this area.
Oh no! She doesn't want to lose me again.
It was just you and Beeline, and I'm still searching for a Beeline signal. I haven't found anything. Their watcher's on it too, and their mentor's coming. And your mentor's, he ran a bit far away. I'll ping him if you need him.
Yeah, I'm fine. Everything's fine. This is fine. We're okay. We're okay. I'm gonna see if Inked Angel's here. Hello? Hello?
You have been listening to Queen City Supers, a graveyard tape side story using the game Masks. Masks: A New Generation is a superhero role-playing game in which a team of young heroes fights villains, saves lives, and tries to figure out who they are. Featuring Caitlin as Madigan, aka Scarlet Sentinel, the Janus. Jess as Bethany Bertolucci, aka Glider, the Beacon. Ian as Marcus, aka Kid Phoenix, the Doomed. Emily Anderson as Rowan, aka Livewire, the Scion. And Brianna Jean as the Keeper and Producer.